Okay.
Done. I think we are live.
Okay, so now you can start. I think
All done?
At the moment, not live yet, but I think you should be able to set
yeah,
the.
you're live, sir.
I'm live.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good
You
evening.
can, rotate your mobile cell frame. You have to change. So Dr. Abhinav also would be visible. So you just rotate your phone. Okay, sure, sir. The frame is different, like you.
Good evening, everyone. Are we live?
Yes, boss, you're live.
Yeah. It's good evening, and we are just jumping out of the big, long, and a terrible, thoughtful, psychologically depressing lockout. But we are proud. We have gone through well. We will have no new achievements and are mindful to jump to our work and win over all what we couldn't or we lost during this period of lockdown. I am proud you will all join us today and be cheerful for the coming days to see that we are successful and once again on a road, on a map with just leads to success. Well, when we think of coming out of lockout, there are many questions which come upon us. We have to go around the markets, we have to go and mix with people in the mall, the persons we don't know, and persons we don't know whether they are carriers or they have come out of illness or they have any symptoms or they are just asymptomatic. In our daily life, we are in a hospital where so many patients come up, but we proudly accept them. No fears, no fancies, it's just saving yourself. We have to live with this coronavirus for a long time, like we have always lived in one wars. Even the world around us had lost virtually countries in the world wars, but they came up. Look at Germany, look at England. They were virtually destroyed, but they won their psychological fears to once again to be on the top of the world. But with what message do we come out? We need to remember that we need to clear and clarify our basics to our children, to ourselves, because we have virtually forgotten them. This lockdown will get us new to those thoughts. See at Japan, the children are taught to wash their hands as they start going to school. It's a ritual. If we follow this ritual, probably nobody can infect us with coronavirus. Then it's a ritual. You reach a Japanese house, you got to take off your shoes. Outside, you might be getting something infected inside, carrying stuck up to your shoes. We leave our shoes outside our house. How much we have really disinfected. We have saved our family, we have saved our friends. This is what is a ritual for us from now onwards. Now, we have to go and gain strength in a mind that we are strong. We will win the loss that occurred to us. We will. And this strong will make us strong, our country strong, and everyone. And if I come on to ophthalmology now, let's talk about a little about eye. Many people, you have many thoughts in your mind. We go to a doctor and the doctor says, you are all right. Just don't worry. But then neither I feel comfortable nor I have any sickness. Then what did take me to the doctor. I took an appointment, I wasted time. But why should a normal person land up in such a ritual that he has to visit a doctor when he is normal? This is what we want to discuss and talk today. A young boy working stressfully on his computers, laptops. Remember, computers, laptop cannot be denied a right in a life. This is what we are going to be. We have to do with it, our studies on it, our business on it, our professions on it. We get tired. We stare at a laptop at a fixed distance. We cannot even take our eyes off the laptop for a moment. This is what tires us. We don't blink. We don't wet our eyes. When we don't wet our eyes, our tears get evaporated. What in return we get? We get evaporated dry eye. Dry eye, it starts a vicious circle. We get tired, tiredness aggravates, we get a headache, we get red eyes, we cannot concentrate. When we can't concentrate, we feel disheartened, disillusioned, and we need to go to a doctor. So why don't we adopt a habit of good reading? Now since reading is very little from the books, we have to read from laptop. Laptop should be placed at a good distance, at a good angle for you not to strain, not to stress your eyes. It'll, believe me, it'll save you a lot of wonders, lot of fears, and lot of headaches, lot of red eyes. And what you will gain? A good concentration and increased effort, efficiency to yourself. Look at the children. It's time to study again. Though going to school is still fearful after lockdown, but books will be on their way. They have done all their homeworks on the screen, online, given by the teachers. But they have used their eyes in a different way. They try to concentrate, they read more, but they really don't know how to relax. This is how they tire their accommodation. When they tire their accommodation, they get headaches. Headaches can be so severe that there's vomiting and you land up virtually in a neuro center with a severe headache as if there's some tumor, something wrong in my head. No, we need to relax while working, while studying, while reading books. How? Whenever you're tired, after all, you have used your muscles which have excessively worked. They have worked. They are overstressed. Now, when you read, you utilize the nerve muscles of your eye. They work. They make you focus. Once you're tired, they are fatigued. How to relax them? Now, just leave the object you are reading. Look straight at a distance. If you can understand very long, it's called infinity. Once you look at infinity, your accommodation or your reading muscles relax. Moment they relax, you are again fit to read much more at a much more concentration and a much more speed. So the single step to relieve headaches while reading, studying on a computer, just to relax yourself, not yourself virtually by sleeping, but not yourself by sleeping, but relaxing your muscles. It's an eye. What in a world we call it as yoga. Okay. Now, in an age which is above that, we have people who have got operated in the ages of 50s, 60s for decreased vision or a dysfunctional vision, an eye with which they could not work more. They were operated for cataract. That's what we call as graying of the lens. When the graying lens is replaced with a new lens, you have an added advantage that you can see very well. You are virtually back to a normal life which was at 20, 30s of your age. But it's different. It's different in what way? What way? Your initial symptoms of getting tired or a dry eye have increased with your medicines which you used during cataract surgery, post cataract surgery. Now, what these medicines did? They distorted the only protective film over your eye called the tear film. Now, what really makes you see? It is the optics of the eye, and tear film is the number one. Number two is your lens. Number three is your retina. Everything is okay, but you have a disturbed tear film. Remember, tear film you disturbed while watching on a computer, while reading, and now. Once you have been operated and you have virtually spent a lot of money to get the best out of you into your eyes, the best lens, the best surgeon, but you are still uncomfortable. You have a good vision, the doctor says it's 20/20 or 6/6, but it's the most uncomfortable period you have come into. Remember, please, wash your eyes, regular teardrops, and teardrops are innumerable. You can go with the simple teardrops which adds to your tears a little tonic, a more wetting properties, and makes you much more comfortable. A very simple solution that any person in age, nobody is senior, 50s, 60s, 70s, having a lot of watering in the eyes is really suffering from lack of a good tear film. That tear film lacks the properties to stick to the cornea, the lens seeing. It doesn't stick. It has lost its viscosity. It has lost its fatty content. It is now more watering. You say I have lot of watering in my eyes. Then why the hell I have a dry eye? No, your eye lacks the virtual minerals, which should have done good to your tears, good to your tear films. Remember, this is not only after cataract surgery or any eye surgery. It can be anyone among the women who have gone into a premenopausal or a menopausal age, which really changes your hormones. And a simple answer couldn't take you away from the doctor that I might be using my eyes in a wrong way. Put you online, have a good habit of reading, do have a good tears in your drops, a healthy tears what we call it. Use teardrops when you get up in the morning, especially when you feel I cannot open my eyes. My eyes are just sticky. They just don't open. I want to force open them. Well, going back from here, there's a long way discussion that even the bang on, the dreading virus could enter the tears through tear films. Mind you, it's not proven. Your tear film, your epithelium of your cornea, that is the first transparent part of your eye, has a big defensive mechanism by which till it is disrupted, means broken or accidentally torn, this coronavirus or the dreading material will not enter your eyes. So keep your eyes healthy, keep your regular examination. Remember, this mild strain, mild epiphora, can be a cause from a little refractive error which you never got corrected. Do see that you have proper size and a correct refraction of your eyes. A perfect correction will make you more healthy. Let me put you to Dr. Abhinav now. He'll talk about how keeping health in this time of the day. Dr. Abhinav.
Hi, good evening everyone. So, in these quarantine times, we'll be facing difficult scenarios. One of the biggest tasks here is that for all the diabetic patients who are at home, who are missing the regular checkups, especially for the eye, it's more so important that to keep your blood sugar levels in check. And even if you can get a little bit of workout at home, move around in the house, do some housely chores, you can keep your blood sugar levels checked. And the question that was asked right now is that if you feel some black thread-like structures moving in front of the eye, this can be a variable of multiple things. One thing one has to be cautious about is if you're seeing any flashes alongside with it, like you'll feel like you have a spark of light coming from inside the eye, that's an important sign and you need to visit the doctor. Get an appointment with anyone locally and get your eyes checked up, because we need to look at the retinal structures inside and see if anything is going wrong. But other than that, if you see any black spots moving in front of the eye, they could just be just few vitreous floaters that could be moving around, and if they're increasing in size or if they're increasing in number and you see them routinely moving around the eye, then definitely you need a retinal examination. For the diabetic patients, it's more important for them to have a regular checkup, because if you are a progressive retinopathy in which you have advanced diabetic changes inside the eye, you need to have your treatment on a regular basis so that we don't miss anything or you may land up in some troubles. With regard to even the hypertensive patients who are on regular checkups with the physicians, they need to have their eyes checked up, because even if you have uncontrolled hypertensive, you can come out with venous occlusions inside the eye, which may land you in decreased vision. For any person who suddenly feels that there is a sudden loss of vision and you feel that suddenly you cannot see from the eye, you need an urgent referral to the ophthalmologist to have and get your eyes checked up, especially the retina part, so that we're not dealing with any retinal detachments. And off note lately, for all those people who are the any preterm babies being born at this point of the year in these quarantine times, and the retinopathy of prematurity checkup is not being done, I think it's more essential to get these children checked up. And it's, I think, every retina specialist's responsibility to have the retina checkup done, so that we don't miss out on any findings of the retina and we can preserve these children's vision for a very long time. I think there was a second question regarding what about the second question that come up, all the allergy in this weather that is causing. I think the one thing you can do is you can do cold compressions. You can take some cold water and dip it in a handkerchief in it and apply it to your eyes. The redness usually needs some medication. You have to get it checked, because at this point of juncture we need to rule out whether it is an infective component or allergic component, and that can take out. There's a question regarding whether a TV, tablet or mobile phone which is more harmful. Actually, it is not the device that is more harmful, it is the amount of time we spend on it. And we cannot deny ourselves that we all are hooked on to the televisions and TVs and these laptops, but what we need to do is limit our time on it. We need to make sure that we take frequent breaks. We make sure that after about half an hour we move around the house so that we're able to relax the accommodation, give our eyes the time to relax, because even the eyes also have muscles inside them and they do get tired. There's another question that can viral conjunctivitis be equally dangerous as coronal conjunctivitis? It does form under the same category actually, and the treatment is pretty simple. You can have just plain antibiotics and be managed with it, but yes, it needs to be checked out, and if it's related to corona, then you need to get a full body checkup and get yourself screened by a physician. But other than that, at this point I think we need to make sure that our mental and visual health stays at the same level, because staying indoors is not easy for anyone and it can have a toll on it. But keeping fit and keeping healthy is the way to go, and this gives us ample of time to work out on all those promises that we may have done to each other. There's a question of red eye treatment. There's a multiple variables for red eye treatment. It can be just conjunctivitis, could be allergy, or could be iritis, which needs a different set of treatments. So the treatment protocol for all red eye is not the same. It is not just one plain drops. It can be multiple things and needs a checkup at least. And clean the
Cleansing of water decreases chances of infection.
I think that's a very good question by Dr. Karan Cycle, that cleaning the eyes regularly with water. Well, the normal tear film does the job for you. Just cleaning your eyes regularly with water, you don't know how clean the water is actually. That would be a bigger question. But your tear film, that is the normal tears, are for the same purpose. They constantly, every time we blink and we open our eyes, there's a negative pressure which pulls the tears into the nasolacrimal duct and takes all the essential, toxins out. We'll have Dr. Dhami have a little questions take up. Yeah.
Well, once again, let's have it. See, there is talking about this, the video, the laptop, the mobile, it's virtually the posture and the time we spend on it. Yes, lot is done about blue filters. Lot is talked about blue filters, blue light filters. They may not be doing any good they might not be doing any good to the eyes, but they can only prevent a glare and a long stare. Yes, in these days, we all say no to anyone. We have been in long contact with laptops, mobiles. This causes a feeling of pain. Yes, Mohit, that's a very good question. But the only thing is we talked about is do keep blinking your eyes while you're on the laptop. Do keep a good posture while you're on a laptop. What happens is when you're on a holiday, the only easy way to take a laptop is to lie in the bed and put it on your lap. That's a bad posture. Then you bend your head. The cervical spine is bent. That is what is going to cause you strain. Not staring at laptop, not working with the laptop. Now, talking about conjunctivitis, remember conjunctivitis is one thing you should not fear. Remember, if you have a conjunctivitis, you don't have a corona, provided it is not associated with any fever, chills, or malaise. And remember again, fever, malaise, chill do not mean corona. It could be simple fever, fatigue to you. Yes, in these days, our mind just shoots up. We jump up to a conclusion that this man may be suffering from corona infections. And just to clear in mind, all those admitted to hospitals with positive corona findings were treated for their symptoms, except few who were little more sick, got severe lung diseases, got obstructive lung diseases, which are really totally absent into the category we are talking. We are young people, young children, young boys who do a good workup every day, good breathing exercises. Your lungs are full of energy. That is the reason why you virtually cannot have infection in your lungs that soon. You might be asymptomatic, but you will never develop into symptoms. Now, we have a question for treatment of myopia. The only tip is, first tip, love your glasses. If you don't like your glasses, remember, myopia is just a cosmetic treatment. Myopia is a cosmetic treatment to get you off your glasses. You don't like your glasses? Yes, you need to get a myopic correction. Now, what is myopic correction? We talked a lot about cornea. Cornea is the first transparent part of the eye that has a power to focus your incoming light images onto the retina. That power is changed by the laser, what we called as laser vision correction. There are various modes, but before jumping onto modes, you need to be fully aware that you should be the right candidate for that. You will visit your consultant. He'll do some tests we namely called as a topography. Then the health of your cornea is detected. The health means your power, your thickness, any abnormality in your corneal fibers, that's called as keratoconus, and that is detected. Once everything is ruled out, the retinal surgeon will rule out your retina. Is there anything existing in the retina which is developmental? That may cause a little problem to you. Abhinav will answer this.
So any patient who has had, as a myopic patient, needs a retina checkup, because retina patients can have peripheral lesions that need to be treated, like lattices and holes, which if we laser them once, they do not cause any problems, but eventually if we don't treat them, then they can land up in retinal detachments or tears or breaks, which can cause further treatment, which may need further longer treatment. So what is the ideal time one can spend? I think there is no ideal guidelines for spending time. The minimum time that you need to spend on a laptop is about 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes or maybe 20-30 minutes, and you need a 1-minute break in which you need not look at on a near object. You have to focus on a distant object so that you can relax your accommodation.
Now, that's a good question, Rupinder. That can we get a laser done in the COVID period? I told you that love your glasses. And once all this COVID part is over, once we are free to move everywhere, then think of getting this laser vision correction. There's no hurry about it. Now, we talked to this Animesh about the primary school children given an online work and getting around there. Definitely, we mentioned that these children will definitely complain of little strain. They got to be explained, rather mothers have to be taught how the child has to work online, how much, and how much blink he has to increase. Children really have a power more than the adults to read, write, but they're going to spasm then. Their headaches may be due to excessive use. See, we are talking about the anti-glare screen on the laptop. I don't think that will serve a purpose. Good habit of using a laptop, using a mobile will do you better. Abhinav, I'll ask you a question. When do you don't advise laser vision correction in a patient with retinal diseases? How aware? Usually the patient has never got his eyes examined. First time he gets his eyes examined, he gets a fear. How do you solve that?
I think the biggest question for any person undergoing a retinal surgery of any retinal laser corrective surgery is that one needs to know and understand that they need to get a retina checkup, because all these myopes, there is a chance that they can have peripheral retinal degenerations and lesions, basically in the form of lattices, holes, or atrophic holes, and they need to be regularly checked up. Even if you are a good candidate for myopic correction or any laser corrective surgery, you need to request and need to get a retina checkup every 6 months, or because these lesions, new lesions can occur even in the future, and one needs to constantly have them checked so that we don't miss out on anything, or they don't become a new cause for having a retinal detachment. What is the best age for even the LASIK surgery?
There's a question. Bose has asked, what is the rapid test of COVID? I think COVID has, Abhinav, I think you can explain that better. I'll take up next question.
I think there are two kinds of tests. One is what is the direction of the antibody, in which they're going to be looking at whether you or not have already been infected by the coronavirus and the antibodies are present. Second is the RT-PCR that they're doing. They're going to take blood, they take a nasal swab, and they localize the two genomes, and if at all both of them come positive, one is the OLFA2 and there's one UPE, and they try to find those mRNA genomes in that segment, and if they come positive, that's how they do the RT-PCR. I think it's a much more relevant test at this point. Nowadays, most schools you just
No, there was a question, at what age should I get my LASIK done? Gaurav, thank you to be online. But for the patients, the right age is anything between 19 and above. People ask me, why 19? See, remember, the whole eye has virtually attained its power by the age of 18, 9. That means you are in adulthood. Thereafter, it is expected that your number will not change till you have any abnormality in the retina or a developmental anomaly that your eyeball enlarges. So the right age of getting LASIK or a laser vision correction is anything above 19 years, 19 to 20. But we always prefer boys in 20s and girls in 19s, above. Now, not that this is the only age where you can get LASIK done. You can get it done at the age of 30s, 35s, 40s and above. But then it got to be checked what really your eye demands and how is your profession going on. Like a person in 50 years, 50 or 55, if he is developing a lens dysfunction, means the early stages of cataract, he will need a treatment for that dysfunctional lens. And that's virtually what we mean is replacing your refractive error, correcting with a corrective lens for your cataract. But that's the age. Then many fears, what will happen if I got a LASIK done and I develop a cataract? Now, please don't worry. The eyes goes with age. You are different when you were in school. You are different once you are in the adulthood of 18, 25. You are different when you are in the ages of 40. You are different in the age of 60. If you have got your LASIK done in the ages of 20, 21, when you come to this age, you will definitely find a different answer. Your LASIK will not be a hindrance in getting your treatment. But we talked about retina, getting your retina checked up. At the same time, if you do have a family history of glaucoma or you are vulnerable to glaucoma in our language we call it kala motia. At this time or at this age, you will never be symptomatic for it. Only your doctor, once he does your complete examination, will tell you whether you are prone to glaucoma or not. He will do some tests, he will read your retinal nerve fiber layer analysis and then form an opinion in relating with your family history. He will definitely tell you that you are a fit candidate or you should avoid it. Any new symptom of COVID? Now, getting any new symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 is really not bother you in symptoms, please. You should get fever, malaise, and all this correlated to be clinically examined by a consultant will really define you and diagnose of your COVID infections. Okay.
What are the precautions need to be taken after LASIK surgery?
Yes, that's a good question. What are the precautions to be taken after LASIK? Once you have got your surgery, day of surgery should be quiet, have a sound sleep. But once the LASIK is done, now it depends what procedure you have got. You got a flap procedure done, you got a smile done, you got a PRK done, or what is your profession? Now, basically, you need no precautions. At least, only thing could be avoiding a trauma to your eyes, any sharp injury, which probably will never occur. If it occurs, it has to be read and treated as it is. But you got to take about care of your tears and wet your eyes at times. That's what really is more understanding. Very difficult to answer. Any symptoms related to eye in COVID infection? We mentioned about conjunctivitis. It cannot be related completely to COVID. But if with associated infection you have other symptoms, malaise, you need to consult your physician for it. Divyajot, you answered a good question. Can coronavirus spread through air? It's a droplet infection. Once a person coughs into the air, the droplets spread. They are usually heavy. They can travel about feet or 6 feet or 2 meters to that. Generally, they fall off to the ground. So usually, it's more taking a precautions once you are in a closed area. Avoid a closed area. Avoid a congested area. Avoid a centrally air-conditioned area. Definitely, there the droplets spread in the air around you. They have been circulated by the central air conditioning where the crowd is there. That's what a precaution to be taken. You asked for complications in a hard cataract surgery. Mr. Chatterjee, once you decide about a cataract, choose a surgeon, choose a friend eye surgeon. He will definitely be able to manage a hard cataract. Hard cataract has its own way to be tackled. Don't worry, it is tackled very well. The complications are as the same as any cataract surgery. Oh, Suman, that's a good question. We avoided these surgeries, cataract and retina, which are elective during the period of lockdown. But since we are getting official orders by our society, by the government to go ahead with the elective surgeries, now we can perform cataract surgeries and retina surgeries taking due precaution and proper care. Yes, Dilip, this is an important question. A glaucoma patient coming for a checkup during this period, I advise the glaucoma medicines are a lifelong treatment. Please continue treatment till you have any fresh deterioration in your vision. Only then you need to jump or ask for an appointment. Your appointment may take a longer period. Your duration may be more in the hospital. Please fix it with your consultant and then go. Yes, Nilesh, you said all doctors wear glasses. Well, to you also advise, if you love your glasses, please wear them. It's a pure cosmetic correction. One likes and one doesn't like. Those who don't like, we do laser vision correction over them. Mind you, it's a choice. You choose it this way or that way. Well, there is a long list of Mr. Mohanty about the drops available, lubricating eye drops. Mind you, the simplest and the best are the best available in the market. Choose from a good firm. Mind you, all these lubricant eye drops contain a preservative. Try to choose the eye drops which have a least preservative or a preservative free, or their preservative dries once you put a drop into the eyes. Otherwise, they all have the same purpose. You can choose the best near you from the best available firm which manufactures. It's the sterility and the packing of the drop which matters. Is the rapid test must for a symptomatic person? Very good question. Why should you have a test when you are not sick? I don't think so. I will go to my consultant. He will also say no. Rapid test is important if you are going for a surgery, or your consultant will advise you and will be able to give you a good suggestion for that. Oh, there's a new name you've given us to a dry eye. My eyes are tearing. Tearing means you're not blinking properly. Your tear film is broken. That's exactly. Broken means once it covers the eye, it doesn't stay there for a longer period. Or a period you are staring at a laptop or that. You need to blink to build it up again. And if you cannot, please use good drops. And please kindly check your vitamin D levels. At times, these symptoms are highly more in those people who are vitamin deficient. And most of us are, because our profession involves us just in indoor working. See, you don't clean vision, you just clean your eyes. Going out in sun will give you an exposure to UV light. Once you are marketing professional, kindly save your eyes from UV light. UV light is very dangerous. Always wear good care of goggles. Goggles are not meant as a fashion. They are meant to provide you protection from the UV light available if you're marketing outside your office. Oh yes, anyone. Mr. Gupta, don't fear if you're 50. You can go to a doctor. Doctors are equally worried about your safety nowadays. There is a proper precautions taken, and you will receive an appointment for it, and you go at that time, and probably he'll take care that you spend less time in his hospital. Very Rajiv, this is one thing we should avoid. Topical steroids. When you know that it is a steroid and you don't need it, please don't continue using it. But in post-cataract, we do prescribe it for about 4 weeks in a tapering dose. Usually by the second week, the eye surgery is so good these days that you really don't need the drugs like earlier days that for a longer period. On second or third visit, we taper it to a weaker dose and reduce its percentage. So virtually you will need it for 3 or 4 weeks if there is not any associated complication. Oh, Amol, the only thing in life you avoid is an injury to your eyeball. Whether it's a ball hit or is hit with a shuttlecock or anything or any sharp instrument. Once you are hit with a ball, kindly get a detailed checkup from your doctor. You need to consult immediately. Now talking about seasonal allergy. See, seasonal allergy is a character. Seasonal allergy is a character. It's probably in you. You may not find any positive tests for it, but if you have it, you got to prevent it. You stay away from the allergens and use simple lubricating or anti-allergic drops. Any other questions the audience has? Well, in this period, stay healthy, stay safe. We have come out of a period which could be psychologically depressing, but we got to win over it. We have lost nothing. In this period, you will see you have gained many things to jump above the career you already had. You will land up in thumping success once you come out of this. Mind you, this locking period is not to be taken as a lost or dead period in our lives. It has given us thought. It has made our mind fresh. We are mindful to be more successful and more achieving ever than before. Thank you.